This video is made for entertainment purpose only, it doesn't mean to hurt anyone, and don't take it seriously.
What are the advantages of VRChat?
So the pros of this is, well, you'll be able to meet like wonderful people in the game, and I'm sure you'll be easily making friends in this game. There's lots of worlds and creations to be explored. You can easily like learn Unity and Blender and all that stuff. But
what actually brings me to VRChat every day is pretty much all my friends. Everyone I've ever yellow named, I always love hanging out with them. It's what brings me back every single time. And also another thing is, I tend to hang out with a lot of model creators and also world creators. So I always love seeing the new things they come up with, and like memes and jokes and new avatars and art, and it's just, there's a lot going on in VRChat all the time. It's always a new experience every time I log in. So that's one of the things I love about VRChat, and it keeps bringing me back. Honestly, it's one of the only games I've played for pretty much 2 years straight with almost no break. So
I guess pro-wise, ever since I started this game, all it's been is just a great way to socialize when it was hard to do so in real life, like with my job and everything. Because you couldn't like compare with everybody. Here it was just like, oh, like there's a lot you have in common with people. It was like easy to make friends and such, as well as the fact of like it pushed me to have a bit more fun from, you know, evolving from VR, like just having the hands and everything, to like the full body stuff. It's been fun and interactive, plus for the fact of like dancing and just being so active and full body, you just kind of get a workout going for you. It makes you feel a bit more healthier as you just constantly move around. It's really a good interactive game for that reason, and all the fun little things you can do about being your own type of character. Like, you don't have to just be yourself. You can just be all these fun little avatars and have your own fun little stories and role plays. All in all, like, all that positivity of creativeness and just doing whatever has been a very good thing for me. Like, the game's a good time. It's a good escape from, like, if you have a busy work stuff or you're stressed from a lot of real life scenarios, you can can go into this reality and have a fun time with your friends.
Pros is basically being able to hang out with people from all over the world, around the world. Being able to just meet new people that you wouldn't believe you would meet before. And then also being able to go to places you didn't think you would be able to go and learn new things from those people or those places you go to. Also, you can have very much fun and excitement with those new friends of yours, or with old friends that you've had or you've met before. But still, VRChat has created a lot of great not only just great friends and bondings, but also communities, relationships, and just all around everything else. It's helped a lot of people, not only with just meeting people, but also going beyond their boundaries of what they would do and what they wouldn't be able to do, like IRL. And it's crazy. Like, the game has changed a lot of people, not only just mentally, but some people even physically, by just changing thinking of their own like sexuality and everything too, that they didn't think that they thought of it like that. It's just been crazy with this game, but it's been really positive and everything.
Well, I guess some of the pros would be it's such a large community in which, like, people from all over the world can just hang out, have fun, share memes and enjoy each other's company, sleep, watch videos, listen to music, show off avatars with animations, and just all around have a good time there. And that's like pro, and it helps with a lot of people who have things like social anxiety, who have an issue with going out face to face with a person and hanging out. When in VRChat, whether you're in VR or desktop or whatever, you can go up to someone as someone else. Like, this isn't me. This is just an avatar. So I can just think I can get out there and not have to worry about making a fool out of myself when I know I'm just gonna have fun.
This game is amazing. I really, really owe everything to this game. I could tell you my whole life story when it comes to finding this game. But in a sense, I didn't have friends before I came to this game. In fact, I was afraid to go near people. This game isn't only amazing because of the people I've found, but also because it's helping me get through some different troubles that I have. When people... I have PTSD, and it can be really, really hard for me to trust physical touch, I guess. So to be able to get used to being close to people in a way, just near them, and to be able to cuddle and not worry about it feels amazing. I don't have to worry about a thing. That's something that I really appreciate about this game. The people in this game are usually very kind and want to be there for each other. I was lucky because when I first came into this game, people accepted me right off the bat. I just wanted to go around as myself, and people accepted me just as that. And I can't be happier. Eventually I started streaming, and I realized there were a lot of pros and cons in the game and through streaming as well. I've already mentioned all the pros, but there's also one extra, which is people really want to support each other in this game, which is wonderful. I mean, especially because when I'm streaming, people want to donate to me to help my cause. My dog has second stage kidney disease, and the money I get mostly goes towards her medication. So the fact that people can support me like that is incredible, and I can't thank people enough.
You can meet new people. Game is free. That's a very good positive. And there's just a very endless amount of content I can run into. Yeah, random or by choice. Whether it's this world, the game references, or some driving world, some unique prefabs, some moved on worlds, adventures, horror, chill, sleeping, whatever you can think of mostly. Another pro is that getting to have a friend group outside of some real life struggles, like say you can't really make friends in real life. But maybe the people that can relate to you can be somewhere else, like Twitter or Facebook and whatnot. VRChat's like that, but it's just set in a virtual reality setting. Like people can be across the world in Japan, Alaska, Canada, Europe, Russia, you name it. And you can all just be there for each other at certain times and just chill, have a good time with each other. Like, it's okay to be yourself on some of these people. And I mean, be yourself that you were scared of being well. Because here, people can't really judge you. Everybody's a lot more open to chat. I see. Everybody has their own personal character, their own personal persona that they like. But they act like that well, I don't know. Another pro is the openness of creativity. Whether it be from an avatar or a world. Currently, I prefer worlds, which I do like all this new Udon stuff coming out. And all these new prefabs, these new ideas, these new maps coming out or being planned or being worked on.
Like, if you play a lot of VRChat and you follow a lot of VRChat content creators, you know what I'm talking about. The point really is about the creation is it's art. It's not on a piece of paper, but these people work hard. Put character to their worlds. Put a specific asset to their worlds where it is to either welcome people like a chill world, scare people like a horror world, or give people a story to follow like an adventure world. Or shoot some guns like a shooting world. Whatever you prefer.
I think the pros, basically, pros of VRChat is it's really good to get to know somebody that's a new face of some sort. When it comes to just expressing yourself, maybe get to know them. Actually, get to really know somebody. Really do. Like, it's a really amazing feel that not only you're seeing a new person, but like it's just a whole new light for you to see. And it's just like things that they can say could really be inspirational and just like amazing. Not only you get to have amazing friends, usually depends if they really do care, but that also comes with like the fact that they might also be busy with their life and all that stuff. Um, really good to have friends. Make a lot of many friends you can possible because you never know when like one of them might not be online, and you might actually always have another one online just to have fun, chat, and just really do something with yourself during those times. This is the most best place to relax, really enjoy your time, and actually explore.
I think personally a pro of VRChat is it really helps you talk and communicate with people. I mean, we all know that there's a lot of people who are very introverted. They're very shy or they're not very confident in themselves. I think that thanks to VRChat and using avatars, it's kind of like training wheels, so to speak, on your bike before you take them off and you're able to ride on your own. I think VRChat's a great way to, you know, talk to people, like I said, and get that practice of talking. And eventually, you can get to the point in which you can do it in real life too. Is if you're like someone like me that moves every couple of years, it's pretty hard for me to have IRL friends because I move a bit. But thanks to VRChat, as long as I have my computer, my an internet connection, and my headset, I can hang out with my friends whenever I want to. I don't even need the headset. I mean, VR, you can play in desktop mode. So it's been really convenient. No matter where I go or however thousands of miles far away I may be, everyone's in one place. Everyone's on VRChat. Physical distance is no longer a thing. But yeah, so the distance thing is really nice too. Of course, keeping contact with friends. I mean, yeah, sure, you could use Facebook, to contact with old friends, but I think VRChat's better. Twitter's also pretty good too, because it's short, sweet, and to the point. Another great thing about VRChat is that you could just be chilling with friends, and because it's an open platform, friends can just join and hang out and talk to you like Locke and I are. So that's pretty cool. I like the fact that you could just be hanging out and then other people coming to see you and talk and stuff.
What I like about VRChat is just about the communities. Them and like a bunch of them, and like I remember my first few friends were actually big makers, big creators. That's why I got into avatar making, and I love that community. Then I got the streamer communities. That's pretty chill too. And then just other communities. Then just goes from there. It's really fun, and I can express my emotion shit in stupid meme.
Pros is that definitely you make a lot of great friends and you meet a lot of great people that change your life. I mean, me personally, I can say definitely without a shadow of a doubt, I've met amazing people in this game, all across the board, and I couldn't ask for a greater group of friends, and it's not. And the thing of it is that I think when we're in the game, we really take away the idea of race, religion, color. We take away the sexuality of all of it because of the fact that everyone is just, either human, they're Neko, they're foxes, they're wolves, they're Nanachis. I mean, there's so many different species that I think, at the end of the day, your human side just gets put to the wayside and we just embrace the character that you are. And I think that's one of the benefits of VRChat is, and I think it's something that's not really addressed really often, in my opinion.
This like VRChat's actually a good way to meet people, and it's also a good way to help with anxiety issues. And help people break out of this shy, mute state that a lot of people usually are. It's like my time here, met a lot of interesting people, became friends with a lot of interesting people. The worlds are amazing. It's showing how creative people can be. It's this a fun time here.
Like, I had fun, like, hanging out with all my great friends when I started out. Like, when I first started out, I had, like, so much fun. I was able to see a lot of good people and always memed and had fun. And as my time in VRChat was going through 2018, I was able to make a really good friend. When I found him on Twitch, it was a really fun time hanging out with him, making jokes and all that. Then as that went on, I started to branch out and make new friends, and they really made me happy and all that. Like, it was always good to have them near me and by me. Always to cheer me up when I'm sad or down, or stop me from killing myself.
What are the disadvantages of VRChat?
There are people out there that have social anxieties and stuff like that. So I would definitely say that, I wish that VRChat would encourage more people to embrace the platform in a way that, it's just like almost like not almost like an Alcoholics Anonymous, but like something like if you have anxiety and you just want to meet other people, just come and meet other people and make worlds for that. I think that would be a massive update to the game. And also, obviously, the cons are streaming, and also people stream sniping and ruining the fun of the streamers that are doing their thing and whatnot. I understand that that is a thing, and that's never going to go away. But streamers manage with it, and that's really all we can do. As far as any other cons that I would like to actually, any other improvements in the game I'd like to see, honestly, I'd like to see. It doesn't even have to do with the game. It has to do with the behavior of a lot of streamers on the platform, and I'd like to see other people treat other people with more respect because of the fact of I don't care if you're partnered, I don't care if you're a Twitch streamer that's partnered, I don't care how many followers you have or how many people watch you. I want you to come at me with respect because respect given is respect earned. And that's really on the part of the players, I think, at the end of the day. And that's, something obviously that everyone needs to adopt. And it's a principle I wish we would adopt. But like I say, it's a hit or miss on that. So we'll just have to wait and see.
People become invested in VR and they stay in here, so that they could, talk to people, and it's easier that way. You don't have to worry about, body language or eye contact, stuff like that. But another problem with that is, because you stay in here, well, it's just easier to do. Like, why would you, get dressed and make yourself look nice to try and go out and meet people IRL when you could just, I mean, even me right now, like I'm in my bathrobe right now. I'm super comfortable. I'm in my sandals and I'm just here talking with you. I mean, I can't run around in public looking like this, looking disheveled as I am and talk to people. And most of my friends are online, so I don't, and they're all pretty much on VRChat. So between VRChat and Discord, I can pretty much talk to everyone. So, yeah, but your life's not going to get better unless you actually really get out and do more stuff. So that's kind of a problem. It's good and yet it's not good at the same time.
The cons, I would say, is there are too many people who sometimes troll in the game or negative, cause drama. I would say it's kind of sad that there's some things that go on like this within these worlds, even though it's supposed to be something that's supposed to bring us together, not something that brings us apart. Not only that, then there's also the people who try to, how they say, DDoS or crashers like that. People who just try to mess up other people's computers when they've worked so hard to make these computers just so that they can be on this game and everything. Or people who just troll other people because they're like streamers or something like that because they feel like streamers shouldn't be in here or something, or it would be funny to mess around with other people who are doing that kind of thing. I mean, even with all that stuff, I'd say overall VRChat is more pro than con when it comes to it.
Cons wise, is there's I feel like there's always too easy of drama that happens with people, because I know a lot of y'all will hear it here and there in like certain groups. Somehow we've, even in an online social game, people still make cliques or groups, and all of a sudden one group starts hating on the other. Like there used to be crash groups that would always target one another, and that was just always a problem for everybody all around. So that kind of con is basically there's just groups that just start hating on each other all of a sudden, and it just sucks for everybody in the end. Can cause problems one way or another, as well as like just really cause more trouble for the game in general, risking it for being more strict. And then I guess one other con I can add is people who try to do commitment or relationships, because you'll see a lot of people like wanting to do that stuff, but then you realize they're only liking the person like this, how sometimes nobody's seen each other IRL, and then when it happens, they flip the switch and it becomes awkward in VR, awkward between VR friends. It's like people jump into a relationship without having the realization of real life scenarios. They just do the VR stuff. So always when I see that happen, I just wonder if they've already known the risks and also realization of real life scenarios if they want to commit. But that's here and there. I've dealt with it a couple times myself, but you just live and learn that kind of way. But it's still a major con within this game.
Cons about VRChat, like what would probably pull me away from it? If pretty much everyone jumps ship. I know I can see there's a lot of people fearing about things like the devs are doing, like focusing on certain things and not on things that are important for the players themselves. Like the menu system needs to be updated. The way joining worlds and switching worlds is handled needs to be updated. The camera needs to really be updated. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't see VRChat ever really going anywhere. I honestly don't think, because I mean, even if you look at the Steam charts for it, it's still slowly climbing. So yeah, I really don't think VRChat will go anywhere anytime soon. The only other competition is Neos, and when it releases I forgot the name of the other VR social game. Pretty much the only competition right now for it. And Neos is a very niche one because they in-game model creation, which not a lot of people can handle. Chill out. I can't wait to see how that would handle it. But yeah.
The cons, however, are that personally what I see is and I'm not trying to call it not, it is relationships. Relationships are a con about this game. Because in my opinion, I see relationships succeed here, yes, but then I see relationships here, or that, evolve from VRChat that don't really work out. And I see that a lot more than relationships that succeed. And how is that like a main con? Is that it can spread out the friend groups. It can cause, well, as you say, drama to other people that don't need it. And sometimes it can change people's opinions of both parties, which is very risky in this game. Another con to me is it can be the crashes. Yeah, that's the most like common answer. But every game, I think every game has its method of crashing itself, whether it be by human choice or by the game crashing by too much shit going on. Trust me, I have run games before, and yes, it's the exact same frustration you will feel with any other game. No game is perfect. Another con is the specific groups that play this game. Well, I mean groups, I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about groups like people who do not safe work stuff. It's certain people in that group don't know the limits, and they spread a whole little nude avatars around the public, and then they wonder why they get banned in the first place. And that could be said for more groups like the anime group, the furry group, especially the furry group. Jesus Christ. And, some other groups are associated with, sexual acts and stuff. Yes, I get everyone's being very sexual, especially during quarantine, but some people don't want to see that, or you can get caught. This is very risky and very bad. My last con on this game, personally, is something that I find very unique, is that people believe the higher-ups in this game. Now, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about people that have a high reputation, the streamers and stuff. People have this kind of like mindset to think that this streamer is their therapist, or this bigger person is their therapist. But people don't understand that they have a life to live too. They might have a job, have a family, have a relationship, have a husband, have a wife, has to pay rent, maybe have a sharing life by themselves. And they try to bring all their personal problems to that one specific person in the worst way possible. And I feel like people should learn to not do that to people, even with higher ups. And this also goes to anyone, not even just higher ups. If somebody starts to find that specific person annoying, then they blame on them for pushing them away. And I think that's a very skilled thing to do. It's not right, but that really is just the common con of this game for me, is people just don't learn where to back off. Because they feel like, oh, I'm in a video game, it's so white. But you gotta understand, people here have feelings. People here are real human beings, just either playing on a keyboard like you are, or playing on a headset reader halfway or full by. People have things, people have lives, and I feel like a lot more people in VRChat have to understand that.
You would assume this game would be great to go into to escape real life, and it is. But it can be hard to escape into it when it is your job as well. I stream for like 9 hours each time I do, and even in my off time, I'm working on things nonstop. All day today, I've been working on making a convention, and I've been a therapist for like 7 different people today alone. And it goes on and on and on. I love being in this game. But the sad fact is that a lot of people that come into this game are the people that want to escape the world. And that means they need support. Someone needs to be there for them, and I want to be there for them. But it can be hard to balance it all.
Now, some of the cons, however, well, sometimes it depends on who you are. You can get a little too distracted from life, and you can get too sucked into the game, and you're just not doing what you need to do, like taking care of yourself or something like that. Or you can have issues where you run into someone who just likes to start up issues, or there's even other times in which there's people with malicious intent just to crash you just because they think it's fun. Another example there. Hasn't happened in a while, but you know it. Not saying that it won't happen to me anytime soon, but it happens. And then it's just living on the edge, just seeing what happens. Can be a very dangerous game if you're not careful with what you're seeing, which is why the safety system is very important there. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun game. I love meeting up with my friends, making new friends, and seeing all sorts of unique things every day. This game is such a fun game. I say the pros definitely outweigh the cons, in my own personal opinion. But yeah.
There's usually those cons where there's always those liars that fucking lie through their fucking teeth about shit. I mean, if anything, there's just also these assholes that just completely shade their face with a second mask. Literally the fakest smiles. Usually you can hear the fakest freaking laughs from people. It's so messed up. There's usually a fake friend that you think are friends on stuff. It really sucks. I mean, literally having friends, knowing you have friends on stuff, but the cons is like knowing you have somebody, but really you guys aren't even a thing. Like, ways of actually trying to know this stuff is if the person you think is really not really your friend at all, try unfriending them and send another friend request back to them and see whether they actually get back to you of some sort. But if they don't, then there's just, you guys were never a fucking friend. You guys were never a fucking thing. That's all I could say is just forget about it and move on. Because if they weren't your time or not worth your time at all, then there was just no reason for it at all. It's better to find real people than fakes, faces that are always amongst VRChat. One of my cons is that when you found pretty much everything in this game, literally every single map you've gone to, it's just like you found yourself every single place, and there's just not much to do in those worlds. I mean, thanks to Udon, I mean, you can do so much cool stuff, but it's just like once you're done with it, there's not much to do unless you have friends in those worlds. Once you have those friends in those worlds, it just starts becoming very competitive. If anything, it's so much fun to have groups of friends or just groups of strangers. Just have fun. Have fun with that time. Because that time, you never know, may diminish, and it's just like those times might not come back. So really enjoy VRChat while you can, my guys.
Don't think I don't like about VRChat. Sometimes there's people use crashing avatars make your game crash. Kind of a buzzkill, to be honest, but that's honestly really it. Then there's just people just dick in general. But it's easy. That's why there's block, which a lot of people should learn to use instead of just calling them out and making it worse.
The cons are just like, I know it's still a work in progress game, but the devs themselves need to get out of these private and friend only worlds, go into public to see how bad it is. It's like you got a bunch of toxic people being perverted. There's ERP and public worlds. Can't even go into a public world without someone is outright being rude, racist, or sexist. And it's just so uncomfortable, especially when you see people in there actually drinking. And you got these kids that shouldn't even be on here. Like 7, 8-year-old kids in perverted style avatars, staring at the mirrors, talking about how they want to paint themselves. The crashers are another major issue. And not to mention, you don't know if they will hack into your computer to screw something up. There's people ripping off avatars left and right. It's like they need a better security than what they have now, and it gets to the point where you don't feel safe playing because you don't know if the person's going to DDoS you, dox your address, that stuff, and it's just so messed up. And not to mention, you got Twitch streamers and YouTubers. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool that they're doing stuff in here, advertising the game, getting people in, but they need a little indicator saying, hey, content creator, hey, Twitch streamer, and to show that their person's either recording or live streaming. Because I've seen Twitch streamers and same with YouTubers, take full advantage of people that are having mental breakdowns, that are intoxicated, getting them to do stupid, perverted crap just for the hell of it. And not to mention the drama between certain groups of streamers. It's getting to the point where you go on Twitter, you're seeing it. Right there, you're seeing the drama leak out. It's like, why? Should it even matter? It's a game. And it gets to the point where you just feel uncomfortable playing VRChat. And not to mention the whole diversity of desktop users like I am. We get put down by people in VR and in full body, and not to mention a lot of the newer worlds are more towards VR users or full body users, so it's like, what's the point of having the desktop? It's like, it feels not right. It feels like if you want to belong, you either got to have full body in VR or just a VR. I mean, like I said, it is a wonderful game. I met amazing people. I became friends with a lot of people. I spent hours in here. But, dude, I'm just tired of going and seeing people complain about this person ripped avatars and put it on a site that people can go and modify them or customize the colors. It's like, who cares? I mean, yeah, you put the work into it, but at the end of it, it's just a game. And the servers are ridiculous. Like, you can go into a world that usually has decent ping, and as soon as you load in there, you're in 1,000+ ping. You can't even properly load right. Not to mention the game will kick you. This just gets ridiculous. And also, from what I've seen, what the devs should really work on is their ranking system. You got people that are willing to be jerks and flat out try to get you deranked by hitting you as report bots, constantly muting, unmuting you, blocking and unblocking you, just to get you deranked. It's ridiculous. And the favoritism that I've seen from a lot of devs towards the bigger streamers and YouTubers is ridiculous, because if you're going to do something, you should just freaking have a community meme for everybody, and not just, oh, you're a big Twitch streamer or you're a big YouTube streamer for VRChat. Okay, let's hang out, let's talk. No, you should have this, like I said, go into public worlds, go undercover, that stuff, walk around and see what everybody has to deal with. And like I said, other than that, it is a wonderful game. I've seen worlds being built that look more and more realistic. It's just other than that, and not to mention a lot of the avatars are also on the perverted side. They got NSFW avatars, which honestly they should not have. It's like, you want to have a relationship, go ahead, but that's just it. You don't know if this person, because they're mute, is a guy or a girl. You don't even know if this person, because they're mute, is streaming. A lot of times I bumped into mutes and they're streaming, they're recording. It's like, you need some type of indication right there. It's pretty much like a double-edged sword. It has its good things and it has its bad, but right now, the way I experience, from my experiences, the bad is starting to become more noticeable than the good.
Cons of this. Very first thing, very pretty obvious. The game is still not optimized, and yeah, they need to work on that, but oh well, we'll see how this goes. And there's a lot of bad apples in the game too, like crashers and trolls and all that stuff you need to beware about. But if you see like some strange activity in like public worlds or like Friends Plus worlds, then I recommend you leave. But yeah.
But my cons are in VRChat, I had to deal with a lot of people always making rumors about me and then not coming up to me when I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And then just a lot of people treating me like shit when my year was starting to get more shittier. And I honestly didn't know what to do. Because I just thought, do they hate me or what did I do? Like, I try to be like a good person, but did I do something to upset them or what did I do? Like, I never wanted to be a jerk, but they just threw me to the side and left me to do nothing. One of the rumors were like, people were saying I have a client, and no I don't. I have played the game since 2018 and I don't know how to work a fucking client. And I will say that to prove some facts. One of the other cons is, if you're gonna treat people like shit, treat them in your own way, not treat them rudely. Because you never know if they're gonna be a good friend or not. They always need someone to be by your side no matter what, because they always need the support and everything they could get. But I guess with me in the past, in 2018, I guess I didn't pay attention. I kind of lost some friendships because of that. Oh, here we go.
Are we doing that right now?
Yeah.
Can you give me a second to think really quick? Real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. You have a second think. And we're recording.
Hey. Oh, wait, was I supposed to answer the question?
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, okay.